What exactly is your plan?
Ready, go!
You have the ability to stay young forever in this film, but in the real life, you are, an example of staying young forever. What's your secret?
You know what? I work very hard. I work 7 days a week.
Work out?
Yeah, I train, but really, I'm always, when I'm shooting one movie, I'm preparing 1 or 2 films, and I'm actually finishing 1 or 2 films. So I work, I don't sleep many hours, and I prepare well for each film, and I work. That's what I do.
I really love
Yeah,
what
and
you did in the film.
thank you. And I guess, and I feel lucky that I love what I do. I really, some people say, why don't you take a vacation? And for me, making movies is a vacation. That's how I feel about it. I love it.
You always risk yourself in the movie and making the films. Why was that? Do you really enjoy danger so much?
No, you know what? It's not about danger. It's about entertaining an audience. When you look at the kind of action that we have in the film, when I'm doing my own stunts, it's something where he's able to put the camera in places where you normally can't. I mean, I don't want to give a story point away, but it's the most unique fight I've ever had.
Speaking about entertainment, that you do entertain the audience a lot with your physical effect, and you do all the stunt almost by yourself. Is it tough? I mean, for this one, there's an aircraft scene.
Yes.
I can't believe that's real.
That's real. That's real. We shot that in 0G, and I train for these things, and you prepare, and I just think the audience can tell when something is. It is more exciting for them, and I love that. I'm very dedicated to what I do. I feel privileged to be able to do what I do, and I give it everything for the audience, and that's what I like to do. I don't do things halfway as a person, it's like I'm very committed, and I think it does make a difference. I found a lot of affinity with Bushido. For me, it's as I said, I'm a Scientologist and have been for 20 years. And one of the things that when you look at the samurai, they studied to apply things in life. And when you read the Code of the Samurai and in its purity, the things that I admire about it, where you talk about compassion, to help others, those things, when you talk about integrity and honor, those things that mean something to me as a man and the way that I want to live my life.
Part of you very oriented.
Well, I've always had a great affinity for all the Asian countries.
What about Chinese movies?
Yeah, I like Chinese. That'd be nice too. Yeah, definitely.
How come you want to try the evil part? It's really hard to get rid of your nice guy.
No, you know what? It's not. I don't really concern myself with image. I'm not worried about that. When I look at a film, am I interested in the characters? Am I interested in the story? And what does the story kind of say? And so it hasn't been where I'm trying to play good guys, or I want to play bad guys. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand? So it's just a great character.
What's your thoughts on that poster? It looks so peaceful and calm. It doesn't look like a killer at all.
Hey, that's a surprise. Sometimes killers, they don't look like killers, Very difficult time confronting evil or saying, you know what, well, listen, Vincent's being nice to me. Well, now, but look what he does. But maybe it's okay. Maybe it isn't what it is, until you have to realize it. Look.
I know if it's wrong, but I sort of like Vincent, this character.
I know. That's the thing, That's the challenge. That's the interest in playing Vincent. Never really fired a live round out of a revolver before, and it had to be part of my body and just something that I didn't ever have to think about. And it also, what it meant to Vincent in terms of his own survival and his job and being professional.
小铃铛，就不会错过任何精彩内容，随时上架。我们下回再见。